Welcome to another episode of Glasses and Cups brought to you by Limitless Studios, LLC, and Bronell ENT. I'm your host, Double A. Joining me in the studio today is my co-host, Tando.
What up, do?
And this is a little bit about a lot, intelligent conversation for the unintelligent world. So, Tando.
What's goody two shoes, baby?
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's talk about this.
What's going on?
First thing, man. We got drug epidemic now. Opiate addiction versus the war on drugs. I'm going to tell you like this. It didn't used to be an addiction problem. It was a crime. It was criminal until, of course, it crossed from poor and disenfranchised to upper middle class. Now that people with money have problems, it's a drug addiction thing. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, man, I think people have to first understand what addiction is. You know,
really?
It's no difference. It's no difference between, somebody being addicted to food, to sex, to drugs, to alcohol. It's all the same thing. You know, abuse from the Twinkie on down, man. You know, if you what you abusing is bad, bro.
I'm gonna stop it right there.
Man.
First of all, you cannot be addicted to sex. You just a horny dude or a horny girl, and you need
look
to get
it up.
some.
There's plenty of people in that class, man. There's people plenty in that room, man.
No, man.
Not saying I've ever been there or nothing, but I'm saying it's supposedly a lot of people in the room.
I think I might have seen you out there, trying to pick up people. That's what I think.
Not without a fake mustache and a fake wig on.
Right. All right, but in all seriousness, okay, so no, look. Back in the 80s and the 90s, we had the war on drugs. You know, we were tough on drugs,
right.
You know. And if you sold drugs or did drugs, you were a criminal.
It's illegal.
And you went to jail.
It's illegal.
Okay, it's illegal, fine.
Right.
But the people who are addicted to drugs were generally your inner city, your poor, disenfranchised people. I'm not talking race. I'm talking poor.
Okay.
Right? It didn't matter if you were poor from South Central or poor from the hills of Kentucky. It don't matter. Right. Poor is poor. You ain't got no money. The government doesn't care about you.
That's true. I mean,
so
to some
your
degree.
addiction is a crime and they throw you in jail.
Right.
My problem is now we have this very hypocritical view where now all of a sudden because people in upper middle class neighborhoods are addicted to their parents' oxycodone and hydrocodone and Percocet, right? And they're doing that instead of heroin, or they're switching from that to heroin because they got addicted.
What's your point?
What I'm saying is that we're hypocrites. I'm saying we're hypocrites and we should stop criminalizing drug addiction. We shouldn't have been criminalizing it back then. What we should be doing is treating people, right? All those low-level, nonviolent drug offenders who were just addicted to drugs, they were charged with a crime. What they should have been doing was taking them to hospitals. They should have been taking them to rehab.
Man, you breaking the law. What you doing is illegal. You should go to jail. Possession, you should go to jail.
Public intoxication is illegal. You telling me I should go roust? We have the police rousting out bars and just everybody that's drunk coming out the bar.
Hey, listen, man, I got a 12-year-old son.
Uh-huh.
I do everything for him. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell him the right thing.
That's fine.
Don't break the law.
Okay,
and
great.
You won't have nothing to worry about.
You ever get a speeding ticket?
Of course.
Okay, you broke the law then.
Of course.
Okay, so you pay your speeding ticket.
Of course.
Right, but you could also go to traffic court, and that's rehabilitation. You don't go to jail for a speeding ticket.
What do you learn? What taught me the most? I tell you what taught me the most. I won't go through Georgia again.
Look,
with a $700 ticket, I won't do that.
Okay.
And I wasn't even doing too much crazy stuff. And I was in my baby, but you know.
Look, here's what I'm saying.
I wasn't doing too much, bro.
We are hypocrites because we took something that was affecting just poor people and made it a crime. And now it's affecting people with money. Now it's an addiction problem.
I think you're overlooking the true fact that it's illegal.
Okay, well,
it's illegal. Whether you ingest it or it's in your pocket, it's illegal.
Alcohol is a drug and it is legal. Nicotine is a drug and it is legal. Marijuana is a drug and it is legal in several
places,
states.
but it's illegal in a lot of places. It's
legal for medicinal purposes in other states.
But it's illegal in a lot of places.
It's illegal in some other places.
Make sure you say that.
Here's what I'm saying. Legal or illegal doesn't matter. If you are addicted to a substance, be it an illegal substance, a controlled substance, or a legal substance. If you are addicted to it, you should be able to get help. And what we did was we criminalized people back in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, sent them to jail, instead of sending them to rehab. We should be letting those people out and taking them to hospitals, letting them get rehab.
Man, it's gonna look like a zombie. It's gonna look like Zombieville. You ever seen Dead Walking Dead?
You know why?
You ever seen the show?
No,
that's what it's gonna look like if you go put these people on the 6th floor of a hospital and then try to go to sleep and have somebody not watch the door. They're gonna be out the door and they're gonna be looking for that dope.
When you go to a medical rehabilitation facility,
they need jail.
They don't need
Guess
jail.
what?
When
they gotta get butt naked and cough. When they can't get high when they want to cough. Well, I mean, when they want to get high and they can't get high.
What I'm saying is they shouldn't be in jail.
When it's time for their 6 p.m. hit that they've been doing on the street that they can't do no more, they learn.
Can't do that in a hospital either.
What do you do? What happens?
They can't do that in a hospital.
What happens in the world when you break the law? They take away your liberties.
Trained medical professionals caring for
if you abuse too many Twinkies,
the drugs.
An ambulance will have to show up with a hammock to pull you up out of there.
When you get addicted to drugs, what you need
if you
is
do
someone
drugs
who is trained
in an abandoned building, you might fall out. Nobody finds you, die. Your fault.
Yes, and that's a shame.
Your fault.
That's a shame.
Your fault. You abused something. You chose to abuse something. And if you choose to abuse something illegally, you need to go to jail. When you go to jail, the feeling of handcuffs and the humiliation of your mugshot, that on TV or on wherever it's said in a booklet or a pamphlet in your local grocery store, neighborhood shopping center.
Yes, you know
it's
why?
It's not going to be
because
cool.
Somebody who was
take him to jail.
Somebody who
especially
is
young,
doing things.
Take him to jail.
Somebody who's addicted to drugs to the point where they're debasing themselves on a regular basis. People who are prostituting themselves and whatnot for drugs, for money.
I got a real question for you.
Those people, they aren't ashamed of a mugshot. They go to jail and they get 3 hot.
I got a real question. Then.
What?
So you are favoring then since they broke the law, send them to jail. When they get out of jail, then give them help.
No, don't send them to jail.
Why not go to jail? You broke the law.
Send them to a medical facility.
I couldn't believe that you would be against somebody breaking the law.
I'm not against somebody breaking the law, but I'm saying somebody who's addicted to drugs.
So somebody with crack in their pocket, somebody with some drugs in their pocket.
You're selling the crack.
It's
you
cool.
go to jail.
Oh, but if you're doing the crack, you don't.
If
we take you to the hospital.
The crack, what you need to do is
go to a medical you're going to have Zombieville, USA going on, man. I ain't messing with you, man. You're going to be the reason that the Zombie Act in Florida passed, man. It already passed, but you're going to be the reason that it's enforced.
It has to be a regular hospital where you got the pediatric floor on the first floor and
take them to jail
on the third floor.
Handcuff them. I seen plenty of episodes of Kyle. Plenty of people was high. Take them to jail. They doing a lot of crazy stuff when they have
medical hospital.
Go to jail. You need to get tonight and learn about it.
Medical hospital.
Okay.
All right. Fine. How about this? I was hoping I'd get through this week without talking about him, but Donald Trump once again. This time it's
what do he do now? That's your guy, right?
Man, look, he's the president of the United States.
Right? You in love with him? That's your guy.
You know what? Look, he brought his daughter in as an unpaid advisor in the White House. That smacks of nepotism. They're saying, oh, she's an unpaid advisor.
Hold on. Break down nepotism for the people who don't understand what the word nepotism might mean.
Okay, nepotism is basically like...
I'm not saying it would be me or anything. I'm just...
Nepotism is like this. I have a company. Right? Mm-hmm. I hire my son, my daughter, my cousin, my brother's my brother's son, my nephews, my nieces, my family to run the company. Cool. Now, if that's my personal company, I can hire whoever I want.
And you saying he did that?
What I'm saying, though, is when you put it in a political office like the presidency, right? Like there's a guy running for president of France right now. He hired his wife to work in his office, and she did no work and was paid a full government salary.
Okay, that's wrong. That's illegal. Okay, yes. That's illegal.
Unlawful.
But as long as they do some work, it's called the hookup.
No.
Yeah. America is founded upon the principalities of the hookup.
Look,
how most people get their job because how somebody else know them that my daddy a favor because everybody getting a job because somebody know them.
I'm not saying that a hookup.
What world you live in, man? Look, it's the hookup.
I got my very first job because my best friend worked there, and he said, "Hey, you want to work? They're hiring." I said, "Okay." And he made sure I got
nepotism.
No, that's not nepotism. My younger brother got a job there too because
you knew
they
him
were still hiring. I said, "Hey, my brother's looking for work. Come on in." That's okay.
It's not.
You know why it's okay? Because it's a small company. It's not running the country.
Hey man, listen.
This girl has access to classified material.
Yes, she do.
She has secret access. She has an office in the West Wing.
He gonna talk about that while they eat Cheerios in the morning, man.
No, he better not.
What you mean?
I had a secret clearance, and I don't talk about stuff with my wife that I had a secret clearance for.
Well, that's you. That's Donald Trump.
No, that's the law.
He been to bankruptcy 6 times back.
The FBI.
He can't be beat.
background checks you before you get a clearance, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the FBI said, okay, she's
You don't know
good.
who you're dealing with. You're dealing with Donald Trump. He can hire his daughter.
No, he cannot.
Listen, I'm a father. I'd hire my son. He ain't finna be unemployed.
Unethical.
He ain't finna be unemployed. So the president of the United States of America daughter supposed to be unemployed.
No, she's not unemployed.
So
she has a job. She's involved with the Trump organization and the Trump name.
Hey man, you know what I think?
And now she has an office in the West Wing. You know what I think? Oh, she's an unpaid advisor. What's she advising him to do?
You know what I think?
Probably to pass laws that would benefit the Trump organization and the Trump name, because he's divested himself by not being involved with it anymore.
Hey brother. You know what I think about
what?
I think you're so jelly. You need to go jump in a jar.
You know what? I'm not jealous of nothing.
I think you want an office, baby. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got no space for you there, man. Let that man hire his daughter, man. That's his daughter.
Okay, look.
You had a daughter, you hire her?
Look, here's something.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. He class president, let him elect who he want to elect.
Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to Halliburton.
That's that man's job. He can do what he want to do.
Halliburton controls Kellogg, Brown & Root. Halliburton got a no-bid contract to do all the rebuilding and infrastructure stuff in Iraq after we bombed that place back to the Stone Age. Here's the problem with that. The Vice President of the United States and former Secretary of the Navy, Dick Cheney, was a majority shareholder in Halliburton. Mm-hmm. He divested himself and said, I sold my shares to my wife, therefore I don't own it, so I have nothing to do with it.
That's what every president has done. It's all, if your homie get the CEO job, you don't think he gonna hire you?
Here's what I'm saying.
And give you 20 extra grand on salary?
Here's what I'm saying.
You grew up with him. Y'all went to the same elementary school. That's your homie. That's your homeboy. He ain't gonna do that?
That's one company, not a country. Not a man who has access to nuclear missiles.
Hey man, I think you a Hator, man. I think you from France. I think you got some France in you, man. I think you from French. You know, I think you got some Trump in your blood, man. I think you a hater, man. I think you mad because he ain't gave you a check yet.
Look, you want that
I think you mad he ain't got a check. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you on bullshit. It's an
stop hating on the man.
Constitutionally unlawful, unconstitutional.
That's crazy coming from you.
You know what?
Nuts.
Whatever. Look, you know what the problem is?
Absolutely.
The average person is not going to understand that because they don't know what's going on.
I think it's okay.
They're uneducated about the government. They don't even know. Okay. We stopped educating people about how the government's supposed to work and who's supposed to be in charge back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, Oprah Winfrey for president. Why not?
Oprah, you
heard it here first.
Oprah, you could run for president.
You heard it here first. Saying no.
I'm not saying no.
You heard it here
I'm not sure I vote for you, but I don't know where you stand.
Right.
Okay,
why not?
Moving on.
Why not?
I love you, Oprah.
Okay.
You know, you don't want to make Oprah mad.
Right.
She put that out. All right, fine. In other news, college.
Mm-hmm.
College. Millennials are going through it right now.
Debt.
They're like, should I go to college? Should I not go to college? Up to their
armpits and debt. They can't eat. They doggy paddling.
I talked to somebody.
I
sent a message to this guy I follow on YouTube. He's another guy on YouTube, Patrick Bet David. He put out something about go to college or not.
CEO.
Yeah. CEO of PHP. Anyway, I told him I think you should be careful how you say it. There's use for college. People that need college degrees are doctors, lawyers.
Yeah. If you finna take somebody's heart out, you need college. Like you to have college. Please go to college. As many years as they tell you to.
Go to college.
Right. But if you're going to go to school and get a degree and end up $100,000 in debt and don't even use it and then don't even have the experience that somebody out there been working who didn't go to college already got, then you might be behind the times, man.
That's possible too. But
that could happen.
I'm not saying don't go to college though. Go to college.
College ain't for everybody.
This is also true, but it should be an option for everybody. I think you should go to college. There are things you learn when you're in college that you don't learn other places. It's what you call a safe growing environment. Here's why. And it's not safe as in a safe space and none of that nonsense. I'm like, you go to college to be disabused of your notions, to be taught things and told things that you never thought of before, and to hear opinions that disagree with you, that you disagree with violently, and now you have to learn to live in that world.
What dig this?
But at the same time, you're in a safer place than in the real world where everything you do has major consequences. Now, well, you still have a little bit. It's like training wheels for adulthood. I say go to college. Learn something you didn't know. There's education to be had.
Dig this.
What?
Before I was so rudely interrupted from interrupting you, I apologize.
Okay.
Would I give my son $200,000 for whatever business he want to be an entrepreneur and a 1099?
Sure.
Or would I pay for University of Kentucky for 4 years and then let him come out and be in debt?
It depends on what he wants.
Because he's still going to be behind. 40,000. I mean, what is he going to make? 30,000, 40,000. He's starting off. He don't got no experience. What are you going to make?
Okay, but what does he want to learn?
Well, that's the whole problem with college. Nobody knows what they want to learn at 18 years old, man.
That's why you go to college. You learn a bunch of different stuff.
Right,
you figure it out.
You do.
18, 19, you're a freshman, you're a sophomore. You're trying to figure out what you got to do. There's basic requirements for higher learning.
College not for everybody. And that same person who's taking $50,000 to go into college, or $40,000 a year to go to college, could easily get money. And open a business and be
let me ask you
take
something.
That same 3 to 4 learning curve and be a $1 million
years old with a high school diploma. You have no experience. You have a high school diploma. You have no life experience and no work experience. Mm-hmm. How is that any different than getting out of college with a 4-year degree and having no work experience? Oh, that's right. You have a 4-year degree that says you at least have the capacity to learn things at a high level, and you have dedicated yourself to something beyond what was compulsory.
But we don't know if you can walk into
education ends at 16.
But we don't know if you can walk and chew gum at the same time. We don't know if you can do them both.
We know
that's the problem.
We know that you have dedicated yourself to learning something. College serves a purpose.
College is not for everybody. Debt is debt.
I'm saying I agree with you. It's not for everybody. But what I'm saying, it should be an option for everybody.
Of course.
Okay, so let's talk about college. College debt. Why do people pay? So why are we paying so much for college? We're paying so much for college because it's a business.
Of course. That's what I'm telling you. Just like the country.
Okay, fine.
Just like
so let's make
else.
college free now. Let's make 4-year public universities free. Now what? Do we still go to college?
Obviously, the value of the look, man. It was all in the value of the degree.
Okay. So now, what you're saying is my degree is valued more or less by how much I paid for it.
Exactly.
But you're saying don't go to college because all you do is come out in debt. So which one is it? Do you want me to not have any debt and go to a free public institution where now all of a sudden my degree is worth less because it was a free public institution, or do you want me to pay for a public institution, a university, pay for it? Right, and come out maybe $100,000 in debt.
I want the individual,
but now my degree is worth more because I paid for it.
I want the per se individual to do what's best.
No,
for them.
you got to pick.
I want them to do what's best.
No.
This isn't a one. This isn't a one size fits all.
You not want to pay.
This is not a one.
You want to pay for it? You not want to pay.
Excuse me, sir.
You want to pay for it? You not want to pay for it?
Excuse me, sir. This is not a one size fits all problem. Some people who want to go to college, who want to take, like I said, hearts out of one person's chest and put it in another person's chest, cool. You need 15 years of school,
only
go knock it out. Excuse me. Go knock it out. As far as if you don't know what you want to do, it may be better for you to just keep your money, get a job. It may benefit you more to go a different route. What's wrong with that?
What money?
What you mean? You can get a job.
No. At 18 years old, you can barely get a job.
I had my first job at 15.
So did I. What's your point? What money are you getting, right? What money are you saving? What money are you making at 18 years old with no experience and just a high school diploma to where it equates you to not going to college for 4 years?
I tell you what you ain't doing. You ain't sitting in big classes where you can't even understand what the dude's talking about. And you only see 2 of you. And you don't even understand why you there. And you ain't got $2 to your name.
What you get
and what they won't keep you is keeping in a room eating ramen noodles. And you may not even have a microwave. So you just got to break them up and put the seasoning on the pack and eat them hard like they chips.
Hey,
you ever did that? You ever did that? Yeah. Do you know what's going on college campuses?
Yes, I do. I've been to college.
Yeah. If you ain't got no money, it ain't. But being broke is not fun.
I didn't say
being broke.
I didn't say you go to college to be broke. I'm saying go to college.
When
to
you
learn.
in college, you is broke.
Well, you also are getting something out of it, aren't you? You're getting an education. Are you? Aren't you?
At the end of 5 years, you can't get a job. Then what?
It took you 5 years. You took a year too long.
4 years. Okay, if it took you 4 years, what? If you can't get a job, what's the point?
When I went to college, I knew what job I was going to have when I got out.
Did you get that job?
Yes, I did.
Okay, woohoo you. But everybody else, you know where they ass at? Excuse me. Do you know where they at?
Where?
They ain't where they want to be. Look, and that's the problem with college. It's not for everybody. Everybody has to make a wise decision. Do you know most people who go to college change what they went to college for?
Yes. I changed my major 6 times. 6.
So that's why you was right on by getting out.
No.
Because you finally made a good guess.
I figured out what I wanted to study, and I stuck with it.
You a good guesser.
No.
Now I finally figured out why you on the show. You a good guesser, right?
A good guesser.
You a good guesser.
No,
a hypothesis maker or something.
I had to figure out what I wanted to learn about. I learned about a bunch of different stuff. I have 3 minors and a major. I would have had a double major.
You ain't got to brag, man. Hey, brag, but just because you're tired, you just stuck to your shirt. don't mean nothing, man.
I'm just saying that college is a useful place.
But it ain't for everybody.
It's not for everybody, but it should be open to everybody.
Understood.
It should be open to everybody.
Understood, but it's not for everybody.
But you cannot say that not going to college and going straight to work at 18 out of high school is the same thing as going to college and when you get out with a 4-year degree and
listen, man, to work. Your whole mindset changes from the time you're 18 years old.
Yes, it does.
The whole mind changes.
Yes, it does.
Growth. So the same way you was thinking, go work for somebody.
Educated people.
The same way you were thinking go work for somebody, you could have been thinking I ain't gonna never work for somebody. Look, imagine that.
All I'm saying is
imagine that. Imagine those possibilities.
From 18 to 21, right? From 18 to 21, your mindset changes. I agree with you there, right? Your mindset changes. You become a young adult and you become fully formed in your opinions and your ideas and whatnot. You learn who you are as a person. When you are working in the world of work as an adult, just straight out of high school, you go to work, you are learning those things, but you are subject only to the experiences and knowledge of the people around you, right? If you're in a university.
I'm getting sleepy, man.
If you're at a university, you are not just subject to the people who are your age and around you. You are around more people from where you are and from further places away from you. And you also have professors who are from different places. So you are exposed to broader fields of knowledge.
You're saying all this to say
people.
What, good sir?
I'm saying that a good place to learn about who you are and what you want to be in life is a 4-year university. That's what I'm saying.
Do you realize you're paying for that?
Yes, you are paying for that experience. Yes, but you're the same one that said it shouldn't be free because then people won't value their diploma.
Do you know how much it costs? I didn't say that. I said the world won't value
how much it
because the world don't value what's
the world won't value. Oh, I
it
thought
don't mean nothing. If it was free, if degrees were free, it wouldn't mean nothing.
But we're going to college for ourselves. I'm going to the university to learn for my own self.
Again, sir,
what I want.
It's not for everybody, good sir.
I'm just saying it should be open to everybody.
Get over it.
Okay, fine. You done?
I think I'm done, man.
You want to call it a show?
So, it's been our pleasure. And remember, these are our ideas and not yours.
If you disagree, educate yourself, formulate your own opinion.
And be sure to comment below. It could become the topic of our very next show.
Do yourself a favor. Just click here to subscribe or click here to see some stuff we already did.